Hey friends, a while back in my Trekking Tuesday series, I used the Kamp-Rite Cot. Okay, and I got a couple questions asked about it. So we're going to do a video. I'm going to show you some of the flaws I found with it, and one of them is pretty major. Pretty bad, let's put it that way. and I want to show you how I fixed that. Okay. Couple things about this. This is not going to be an ultralight backpacking cot whatsoever. It is freaking heavy. It is 8.8 pounds. I recommend using this for a base camp, canoe kayaking trip, or if you're only going to go in 2 miles, and maybe if you're pulling a sled with you. Once again, it's heavy, okay? Very heavy. The first problem I found with this little booger is no zipper whatsoever. So if you got this on your backpack and you go to bend one direction, everything inside is going to fall out. Not cool. Okay. What we got with this thing? We have 4 leg pieces. We have 6 poles right here that support the cot, and 2 of them have a nice little bend here in the end of it, and I'm going to use to scratch my back. Okay. Then we have the cot itself, and it comes out of this container. Now the easy way to fix that with the no zipper is I'm going to go ahead and install one on there. It's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to use a heavy tent zipper, which will fix this problem. The cot here, or the canvas material, one of the tips I want to give you on this, the best thing to do is I treated it both sides with Prometheum, just in case, you know, a little extra protection. They say the canvas, when the whole cot is set up, will hold 250 pounds. Well, looking at me, I'm probably maxing that out. Yes, I've gained a little weight. But a while back, my dog and I were both sleeping on it, and he weighs almost 50 pounds, so we were pushing the 300 mark, no problems whatsoever. So I wouldn't go over probably 275 to be on the safe side. So this is the top part of it, and you can tell my dog's been sleeping on it. His fur comes with me everywhere. Anyway, we've got the top side here. Then we flip it over, we got the bottom, and it's more of a, I'm not sure what kind of material you would call this, really. If you know, put it down in the comments section. That would be freaking awesome. We got our 6 poles right here. Second problem, these things are a pain in the butt to put inside the cot. I originally thought of this, and I'm sure you're going to mention it in the comments section, of putting some shock cord in there like you do tent poles. Unfortunately, that is not going to work because the legs have to go into these little holes right here, and with the shock cord, I don't think that it's going to fit very well. So my other option is maybe notch these together somehow so they lock into place. It's not a big deal unless you're setting it up during the nighttime. Then it can kind of be a little pain in the butt. Yes, there is a right and there is a wrong way to put these in here, and if you notice, I just seriously screwed up. Not a big deal, we can fix that. Because you want to go in from this side right here on the top. And the top piece, how you can tell that is, it has this nice little pull tab right there. And I have a feeling I might do something with that a little bit later. But let's get back to the cot here. We'll put this guy together. Yes, on this one, there is a rounded end. That is your end piece. And you want to keep these tabs right here up in these holes, which sometimes can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. Now, let's try not to screw up again. We'll put this in from here and slide it in. Boom, there we go. Come on, you can do it. Once we got those in there, you're going to want to tuck this on the inside of this little clip or pocket, but you've got to make sure this hole right here is all the way up. Hey, get it on the first try. That'll never happen again. There we go. Okay. Let's see how many times I say okay during this video. We've got our 4 legs. If you go to Amazon where you can purchase this cot, the #1 complaint is these are a pain in the butt to put in. Yes, they are, and there's a reason for that. They're basically a compression spring to hold this cot together. If they were any looser, well, I don't think it would stay up, to be honest with you. Alright, now you can see, now you can't see, this hole right here is not lined up. So we're going to use this leg. That is my favorite sound in the entire world. We're going to let that train go by while we install these legs in the hole. This helps to do it this way so you at least have one side lined up. And we are all in. You're supposed to whistle one more time. Okay. This side is lined up. Here comes the most fun part in the entire world, is putting these things in here. Yes, they are a pain in the butt. The easiest way I found is to go ahead and we're going to start from the center, then work our way out. Be careful not to slap yourself in the face with one, which could possibly happen. Please do not laugh hard when I do this. We're going to put this here. We got our leg on there. We got tension. I'm going to grab it with my hand and guide it into the hole. There we go. There we go. Of course, I'm going to do this one down here. Last one on the end, and it is not lined up. Figures. No worries. Boom, lined up. And this will be the end of the one that slaps me in the face. Now, before you flip it over, very important, make sure these are all nice taut and down inside the groove or inside that hole. If not, when you go to flip it, it's going to spring out of there. Alright, there is our cot. Surprisingly, it is very comfortable. We do have the tape measure. We're going to get some real-time stats on this guy here. Alright, lengthwise, you are at, can't see because I need my glasses. Alright, here we go. Lengthwise, you are at right about 6 foot. Not a big deal. I like to have my legs hang off the side or my ankles when I'm sleeping in the cot anyway. Width. I'm going to give it, I'll tell you what, we're going to measure from this seam to this seam right here because I'm pretty sure you're not going to ride the rail. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Is 20 inches. Perfect for the thermal rest to fit on top of it. Height. This is kind of important. Well, I'm going to give it 7 inches on the height. Yeah, definitely 7 inches. Okay, there we go on the height. Next big problem. Now, not everybody's going to have this problem, but I do because I mostly camp off the Missouri River. The ground is a sand-silt mix. When it's wet, everything sinks in. The first overnight I did with this cot, I put it on the ground. It rained a couple days before I went out there. It sunk in. It was miserable. Eventually, I went and grabbed some tree bark, threw underneath the legs, and didn't have that problem anymore. And so I went to roll to get out of it. That's another story. So with that in mind, I designed these little boogers right here. Very simple. I just went and bought some really cheap wood at Home Depot. I think I'm like 4 pieces or 5. No, it's 3 pieces. They're like 6 foot long. I chopped them down to the size of the bottom legs of the cot. Not just got attacked by a mosquito. Not a big deal. Okay, this one is going to be a little harder for people to do because I didn't want it sliding out, because this cot does move around quite a bit when I get in and out of it or kind of roll in it. Like I said, it's not the stablest thing in the world, but it keeps you off the ground. I went ahead and got a router and routed each one of these up. I went just a little bit before the half mark on the wood with the router. I did set up a jig, which saved a lot of freaking time doing that. I went ahead and made, I think I made 5 total in case I lose one, which is probably going to happen. And of course, if these don't work, it's going to make excellent firewood. I threw some paint on there. Main reason for that is this wood is not treated. It's just pine, so it's going to have the moisture from the ground will soak up into the wood. You don't want to have that because that will weaken the wood over time. And of course, if you use it in the snow, kind of the same deal. By making these, now I don't have to worry about it sinking into the ground. Another thing is it can and might ruin the tent floor of your tent if you're set up on a sand or a silt mix or somewhere with real soft ground. So these are going to help out with this problem. To put these in, get them out of the way. Simply just going to lift it up, slide it in, and lock it into place. And do that on all these. Not as easy to do from here. One more left. Boom! It is officially in place. I'm gonna double check because I might sit on it and I don't want it flipping over. There you have it. That solves the problem with sinking into the ground. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure that's added another pound to the weight. So instead of being 8.8, we're right around 9.9 now. A lot heavier. Like I said, not an ultra-light backpacking cot by no means whatsoever. You can find these on Amazon anywhere from $29 to $30. That is not bad for a cot, especially if you look at some of the other ones when they're upwards of $100 to $150. Well, there's been a look at the Kamp-Rite Cot. Now, the thing that's really concerning me, will this fit in my shelter? If not, I'm going to be sleeping on the ground tonight. If you have purchased one of these or had any experience with one, or you own a different cot that you like, feel free to put it down in the comments section. Or if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have a video of one of these cots you did a review on, like, once again, put it on the comment section, and you're more than welcome to post on my Facebook page. We're going to go ahead and wrap this video up, friends. Like always, thanks for watching. Let's see if it fits in the tent.